Wait for it. There we go. I think that's time enough, right? I'm back. Don't worry. You know, I went for a little bit, but I'm back. So let's continue. Because we finished off the last episode. Yeah, my friend wanted me with some help. So I just went and helped my friend for a little bit. But we're back. It's all okay. We're back. Because we left off with Apollo going, however, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3 p.m.?
Take that!
Are we regarding statement? Again? Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran to the palace courtyard. Around 2 p.m.? Well, that's right. 2 p.m. Not 3 p.m. Are you suggesting? I think you know where I'm going with this. That's his laugh, the cry of the warbard, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Minister Inga's death. Thanks to all these statements, we can put a definitive timestamp on all these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely the deceased's final moments are at 2 rather than 3, as we originally thought. Dare I ask? It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb. Parkunka! How can this be? Are you saying that I, at the very personification of the law, have been mistaken? Oh, her nails have broken. I see why justice will always prevail. Peace! Peace, I say! Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. How to explain that? I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face. You're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was. Oh, I need only to remind you that the vision is from 2 p.m. Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright. Which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. So then, what are you to make of this 1 hour difference? Wait, 2 o'clock, that's when... My mother was performing the rite of channeling. The palace guard has all been reassigned to guard in the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me. The royal residence would have been virtually unguarded. Which means the real Cutter could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb. Defense! Are you saying this is someone disguised as the accused? That's exactly what I believe, your magistrates. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. The face did not appear this time as mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been as clear as day. He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is why? Apollo. Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision. Ooh, that was a good click. What? It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga, precisely because they knew they would get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it? Then, are you saying this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yes, we can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appeared to him in life. Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. He could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But if you're wondering how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Really? No defense? Do you have anything to show this court to this court? Yes, I believe so. I have no idea what Mr. Wright means, but I'll look the evidence over again. It's his notes about what everyone looked at. What looked like.
Take that!
A notepad? Yes, it was found in Mr. Inger's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. This is connected to the face of the killer. How? And the vision we saw was exactly what Mr. Inger saw with his own eyes. It is who he saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. What's this? I believe Mr. Inger had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces, but explain the faceless being. And why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. Oh my god, my eye. By simply changing their hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me. Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? He never wished for it to become public knowledge. I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is... Oh, for God's sake. Prosopagnosia. So Mr. Wright was right. The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this. So Killen likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who's both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, you knew about your husband's condition. A small number of servants who attended his needs, and me. Surely you're not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. Oh, no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it? Girl has an alibi, remember? Oh, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. What do you mean we were already found guilty? Oh yeah, we were already found guilty, so... In that case... Your Eminence, does Nayland know about Minister Inger's disorder? Of course she does, she was our head servant. So, as head servant, she knew about Minister Inger's condition. As a princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. These two facts together don't make her a possible suspect. I don't know what would. You witless liar. How quick you are to forget the facts. Facts like? When Inga was last seen alive, you claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible, for I ever saw him at 2:30. Ah! I did completely forget about that. She's not wrong. No, there must be some kind of mistake. And so you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m. The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There is no other answer to this puzzle. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Grant make up laws? Because it's about to square one. Where did we go wrong? I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece in the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30.
Someone is channeling Inga and Inga goes to temple.
Yeah. I see. And without the final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture. Something outside the box then, right? Let's see. impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. What if there's a way to make people think he was alive even though he's dead? Like a way to make people witness the living dead. It sounds some kind of TV show. Something that don't happen in real life. Nah! Apollo, did you just... I did! I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty, your deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m, he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30. And I'll tell you how. I certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about. The Minister Inga Evelyn saw was, in fact... It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who's already dead could have been seen by her benevolence. Channeled, you say? That's right, and there are only 2 people capable of spirit channeling here in Korain. Heron's Queen Garan and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister. Would seem that you're ever bent on making me party to this crime. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m? At the time at which my husband was seen? Eminence. I believe you had completed the channeling rite and were having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. There would have been too many attendants there, too. User has to keep up with her schedule, too. What doesn't she make him do? Then that leaves... only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone's forcing her to use her power toward nefarious ends. They really could have been threatening her. That cannot be. So then Inga screamed. That was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died. Yeah, I suppose, possibly, depending on what's happening with Amara. But yeah. So, Minister Inga probably leapt to his feet, thinking he just had a nightmare. And realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced up to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead. Then, her benevolence really did see a dead man running? Using the secret power of spiritual light to go to mine? How could it be? The defense called Miss Maya Fey to the stand. Well, Your Eminence? Will you allow a new witness? Matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in face of my infallible arguments. Insult all you want, witch. You'll be eating those words when I expose the truth. Very well. Let's adjourn until the next witness is ready. To be continued. Yes, I know we're going to be continued. Da 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 da. I almost sound like text to speech when Dick is dead. It's like, Dick. Maya will try and hide the fact that Dick is dead. Talk about some really close shaves. Well, you can't get closer shave than Headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. The chart's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted. Still, you were able to fight back the Queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep on playing a game much longer. Speaking of which, guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's weighing up to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently, but that's all it was, so she should be okay. Bald head, horn head. Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafer, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Yeah. Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess. It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I know, I should thank you with a gift. What do you like? A cow? A horse? Oh, shall I reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage? Oh, that's okay, Evidence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Thanks. Both Ultra Americans like massages. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. Hey, you, lawyers, where's the accused? Huh? Dirk? That's a good question. What did you do? For God's sake. I blew it big time, AJ. Shut up, you. What's going on? The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused. What? You have to be able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding, you miscreant? I keep telling you, I have no idea where he went. I mean, we bumped it together, but I lost track of him after that. So Dirk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Mara in danger. I had to set her free before it's too late. What? Oh, don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. That's why I am telling you. That's why I helped him escape in the first place. Do you realise what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why did he choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me. Oh, don't be like AJ. He'll be back as soon as he's free tomorrow. You'll see. It's not the point, Dance. Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will now resume. See that you're ready. Wait, the trial's still on? Even without the defendant? Those were Her Eminence's orders, so you will return to the courtroom at once. Let's go, Apollo. What we can do is see where the next testimony leads.
Where the Dirk body?
God knows. Body. Now then, let us resume as how it happened. Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing. What do you think, Gremlins? Should we see about the accused? Why not? Our royal guard is set from him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what will the law go in court proceedings? Then I should simply revise it. As ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. Well, in that case, yes, there's no problem with proceeding. The next Miss Mara, very pleased person stand. Pretty much, yeah, that is pretty much power abuse. Yeah, no kidding. Sorry to some of you like this, Maya. Enjoyed how the president's cut his legs like a fun wake-up call, Nick. Sorry, Miss Faye. It was my idea. And you are? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're Apollo. Next tell me all about you. You're the new guy with a loud voice. And a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. So why was I caught here anyway? It's the Faye Sisters! Where's Mia? Am I under arrest again? Huh? Yes, no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Faye, This is a trial for Dirk Sabmadi, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? But... That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. What? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least, that is what the defense claims. Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion? Sorry, this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Majesty. Channeling Minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Mr. Inga. I never have a chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with. What do you mean, world news? What part of world news? Somebody who doesn't believe she's so channeled Justice Minister Inga. And if the worst proves to be true defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. Doesn't seem like Miss Faye's lying. Apollo, I was being awfully secretive about something just now. I guess I better dig a bit and try to get her up to me first. It sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Did anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law. Yeah, I know. It wasn't all about me being rude. I'm just doing my job. So please, just tell me. Why exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Dirk? Mm-hmm. A pretty big one. I think this is what we were going to get out of her. Yeah. I seems really confused. You can't blame her for not knowing what happened. True. After all, she was kidnapped and now she's wrapped up in a murder case. Let her finish as she gives the testimony.
Hold it!
You've been asleep ever since you refused rescue from the tomb, are you correct? Mm-hmm. I was exhausted being held captive for so long. That must have been terrible. Minister Ringer didn't do anything to you, did he? Oh, no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Like what? Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of Planet Punisher. Of course, mine's back to burgers. I acted like a brat, netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me. Huh? You sure we're talking about the same guy here? He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who's responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Or that, proving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. With a life like her, he's probably really pushing them through out of fear. I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup. In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad. But of all the things that happened...
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? He may be 28. I'm not senile, you know. You're not 28, are you? She's 28 now! Maya! Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yeah, but he wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then let me ask you something. Have you ever seen Nana in the tomb, dressed as Dirk? Uh-huh? Is this some kind of joke? I can't remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Plus, I doubt anyone would... I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right.
Hold it!
You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. Mine was all tied up, literally. So there's no way for me to make the channeling mutter with my hands to do it. Right. I guess you really didn't channeling her then. When mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless there's something tuning. Hunters can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of the session. They can send the deceased spirits away anytime they want. So I think you can do that too, Miss Faye. Yeah, of course. It's a cinch for new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium. Strange, you seem like the same old childish Maya to me. I'll show you, childish Nick. Enough! Don't just denying that she challenged any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears a little fiction has been sadly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. You don't have any evidence on me channeling Minister Inga, do you? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in thinking about it, really. Do we? I mean, we've got... Oh, no. There's a channeling photo, but I don't think it's that.
Gems.
Why would it be the gemstone? Or it's the kind of greyed out Magatamas that were by the broken sarcophagus, or broken statue, sorry. That's true. Just like when she channeled High Priest or Mayonnaise her own body. I will have to end this cross-examination. What now? Maybe she doesn't use any special items to do channeling itself. You think there'd be something to complete this deception?
That is later, but now it's gemstone.
I guess so. You bet there is. Really? Well, now. You're bluffing, I take it. I'll be fine. All right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Tell me there's some serious thinking about justice. Okay, we know that Rafa saw her father. He wasn't just like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means... he was just in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Aha! This might be the perfect angle to attack from. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have of the Miss Maya Faye channeled Justice Minister Inga?
Take that!
Guess it's the gemstone then. Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What? What is that doing in the tomb? Ah, so you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa, especially if you're wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the Minister's clothes before channeling him. Yeah. Miss Faye, you used the Minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb, where you burned them once you no longer needed them. What? Uh-oh, she seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo.
Objection!
Miss Faye, Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Ingakaku Kurain, right? Right? That is correct, in part, but there's more, much more. Oh no. Ingakaku, how could this name be any... Again, we have a bit of a pun name, but I'm going to say it as written, and then explain the pun for all of you who do not get it. Ingakaku, how could this name be any longer or more purpose than it already is Kurain heard? Okay, Ingakaku, how could this name be any longer than it already is? Oh no, how could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? Ingakaku, how could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? Kurain III. That is his true name. Could it be any longer or more pompous? Due to its length, only a part never was ever made public. Sir Miss Faye, did you know his true name? No. I mean, how could I? Precisely. As a medium must know both the face and true name of the one who she seeks to channel. Ah! So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Mr. Inga. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? I didn't like.
Profile.
Well, thanks to the last trial. What do you mean, Nana profile? Raver's attendance. She disappeared all of a sudden during Minister Inga's death. I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Are you working off of some wrong assumption again? Apollo? I was thinking. Yes? Since I didn't channel Mr. Inga, is it possible that someone else did? Someone else? But who else could it have been? I haven't thought that far yet. Such chatter without merit. Let us move on, shall we? Yeah. I don't care what Garan says. I'm gonna figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. You should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. You know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? Oh, hang on. Sick. Well, I'm waiting to fence, and you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but someone else besides Miss Faye could have channeled Minister Inga. Just one more person. They were in Inga's private quarters. That person's our only hope now. Sir, the defense believes there was another. Let us have a very serious answer then. With pleasure. Horned devil, who could have channeled Minister Inga?
I wonder if Trump will keep his promises and stop his rail shenanigans.
Oh, God knows. This is Trump we're talking about here. God knows. Nana, you haven't said it yourself. That's right, Nana never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana. And then there's her benevolences statement. She said that Nana disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters, the room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards. You're not seriously suggesting... It's the only thing that makes sense. Nana channeled Mr. Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one had seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence? No way! That's gotta be it. Nana must have somehow channeled the minister. All the circumstantial evidence is falling into place. You can't ignore anymore. You can't claim Nana isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, defense calls Nana to the stand. Well, Your Eminence? Very well then, let's just call Nana to testify. Yes! Now I can finally crack this case wide open. There's a journal on the witnesses summoned. There's no need. Nana's in the waiting glory. What? Nana's here? What has she got missing? Seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But a concern for Ava brought her here today. She took time off without Reva's knowledge or consent. I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Hello, Nana. How you doing?
So Nana channeling Duck.
Miss Nana, do you understand why you're having someone here today?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm has informed me that this man here suspects I commits the crime.
So this is Nina. That's quite the hairdo.
Well, I will say... I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. This hard-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal.
Nincompoop? Is that Raven's favourite insult? Is Nina rubbed off on her? What with all the time they spent together?
You are a young hardhead.
Yes!
You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inger and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Mother like daughter.
Thanks. It's just typical injustice. Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? His quarters is to know if you did or did not channel to Mr. Inger in his private quarters. Oh.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday and said to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lonely servant such as I could not possibly be honourable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Korean. After Queen Amara's passing, her eminence, Queen Dra, is the only spirit medium left. You believe our medium to be the culprit? Would have to be that young lass, my affair.
Okay. Only there is a royal bloodline of power of spirit channeling. A servant such as Nana could channel spirits is most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway.
BTW, I watched this video about someone disliking Sharia law and it's about jizya tax.
Oh, God. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end. The Nana channeled Inga's spirit. Alright, that depends on my question, not now question the witness. All these dogs stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest?
It's a tax to put for non-Muslim. It's 0.5% when not war, and 1.5 when war.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
I've been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition.
Well, I sympathize with you, Nina. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafa. She was very worried about you, you know.
Our kind of her benevolence. She need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I.
30% tax normal liberal country.
Oh, God. Well, no surprises there, to be fair. You deserve to Rafa. Nina's not just a mere servant.
Do you even think me a commoner could tell our spirits to stay a minister? What hogwash!
Hold it!
I hear you're the head servant, isn't that right?
Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to tell spirits?
Since you're the head servant to a family of channelers, I'd say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure.
I think not. I'm going against the very underpinnings for the Kingdom of Crane. To become a spirit being, it requires a noble spirit and vigorous training. And most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It's not simply some hobby one can take up in a manner of knitting or gardening.
Psychoners could never become a medium, no matter how hard they tried.
Anything about it is really ridiculously high, especially in the West.
Oh God, yeah. I hate it when people hate on things for the sake of hating on things.
That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young hardhead.
Hold it!
Okay then, what if you actually have raw blood in your veins, Nana? Like a distant relative or something?
I am from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather.
Oh, always. We always knew Maya was going to be royalty somehow, in somehow, shape or form.
I've never heard talk of a royal bloodline or noble ancestry.
Although spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter, and even a royal ancestor would be impossible to learn without the right training.
It is as Bard once says. I thought also must be mentioned is that this secret art is only taught here in the Kingdom of Crane, at our country's Crane village.
Why aren't things falling into place like I expected?
Our last witness to continue her testimony.
Hold it!
Queen Amara is the victim of an assassination, right?
Yes. Oh, she was a beautiful, gentle soul. She fell in love with a man of dubious origins, and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel.
Except she's actually still alive. Poor Nina is yet another follower militantly praying over an empty sarcophagus. Amara, the Queen has been locked away and her existence in this world erased. Now that she's still alive, shackles Naita to Grant's will. Naita, the only reason you're still standing there. By that woman's side. It's because you're afraid of what happened to Amara otherwise, right?
We not recount on such ancient history, as can share with the witness's testimony.
Actually, that's true. Because Mara isn't dead.
Objection!
Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case.
Well, is the friend going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nina's testimony.
Go on.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because in Korean, only members of the royal family could learn how to channel spirits. I really see the problem in that statement, defense. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it, Your Majesty. Nina stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know Lamar is still alive, at the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nina channeling Inga. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming despite having been killed at 2 p.m. I mean that Nina channeled Inga, even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. Is it just to last for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? Mr. Wright, you may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish a possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. Wait a sec. Are you gonna propose what I think you are? Yeah, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Well, Cole, please take a look at this photo. That's... As far as very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim. The Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Korean. Hard devil, you mustn't! Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Well, friends, please explain who is shown in the photograph. The person in the photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigatar Kurahin. Now, contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive. What? That's nonsense. Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. With the mark of the dragon branded on it, it can only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination. Queen Amara's still alive? Has the law gone mad? While I personally find it hard to believe, I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she's actually being held captive somewhere. The real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here in this very courtroom today. But how? Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning lawyerly art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Anita, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and is disguising herself as...
Take that!
Well, that's... This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person, you've got to get a spirit medium for all blood. And that person is none other than you, Nina. Your true identity is a former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. Oh, how long have we been going for? Just less than an hour, I think. Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave off because we've been doing 2 episodes, kind of split into 2 parts, but there we go. But I'll tell you that now. Oh, that. But for now, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
Wow, last minute lag.